Hello. Have you ever wondered, are there any rules at Tesla superchargers that you don't know about? And were you a little bit nervous the very first time you used one? Or if you've got one on order or thinking you've got that to come, maybe you'll be fine. I know you shouldn't go directly next to a Tesla already charging, that's if you can help it, because the electricity supply are in pairs and they're marked A and B. So if you do go next to someone already charging, you will get a slower charge. So it's much better, if you can, to go further along the line where there is a bit of a gap in cars already charging. Most of the superchargers I go to are only half empty, but I did go to one that was full up, and it was in Abington between Glasgow and Gretna Green, and a white Tesla arrived in front of me just as I was arriving, and when it was his turn he did say, "Oh, am I next?" And I said, yeah, you arrived just in front of me. There was also a car behind that waited, and they were very polite and asked if I was next in line, and I said no, actually there's one in front of me. But it only took about 5 minutes, and before long we were all charging, and everyone was extremely polite. Tesla do say that if you do stay in the charging port after your car has completed charging, they will charge you. But what I wondered was, if you unlocked the charge port and stayed there, have they got any cameras? Is there any way of knowing that you're still there? And then of course I wonder what the etiquette, if you go to a Tesla supercharger, see that someone is not plugged in, what do? Do you say to them, hello, have you finished? Maybe that's okay, maybe not with ladies. It's a very interesting point on the etiquette, what you should do. I don't know. I suspect it depends on the time of day and the circumstances. Probably wouldn't approach a lady alone in a Tesla if it was dark. Probably not a good idea. Probably best to wait patiently. But having said that, they're probably not all going to be full up, are they, at night? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Also, only the second time we ever used the Tesla supercharger was at Michael Wood Services on the M5. And we're a little bit nervous about it, and we pulled into the motorway services and couldn't find them. Now, in hindsight, I hadn't been listening to the GPS voice commands telling me to keep left, because if I had, I would have gone straight to them, and they're at the Days Inn hotel. I didn't. I drove straight into the services, not listening to any commands, thinking they would be there, because whenever I've been in any services before with Tesla superchargers, you just can't miss them. They're right there in your face. But of course, once I got into the services, I couldn't get to the Days Inn and the Tesla superchargers without going through a no entry sign. I looked and looked and looked. I could walk there and run across the road. Had it been a lot quieter, I would have just chanced it. But what I had to do is drive up the motorway, quite a few miles, turn around, come back, turn around again, and then go into the supercharger. But if you're local, you might know if there is another way of doing this, but I looked and looked and I couldn't see it. But please leave your comments below. I'll never do that again, because in future, whenever there's a Tesla supercharger, I look in detail on the map to see exactly where it is, and I also listen to the voice commands. You know, you feel so dumb, don't you? Dumb. Never mind, won't do that again. So here we have Michael Wood Services on the M5, and it's very clear actually. You can see the Tesla supercharger there, and all I had to do when I came in is keep left, which I wasn't listening to voice commands on GPS. I went into the main area of the services and thought, because I wasn't listening to the commands, and the only way out is there and there, but there were no entries. So had it been quieter, I might have chanced it. But what I had to do is drive all the way up the motorway, back and round, and it's about an extra 12 miles. Obviously, in future, I listen to the voice commands, and I also look on each supercharger that I'm going to see exactly where they are. And I can see there, you keep left, and it's by the Days Inn. However, if any of you know of any ways around you can get to these without going through the no entry, please let me know. It's such a shame that the superchargers aren't here in the main main area, but never mind. You learn from your
Also,
mistakes.
can you help me out? Sorry, it's a bit localised, but it was a Tesla Supercharger about 2 or 3 years ago that I went to, long before I had a Tesla. It was on the M5, M6. Don't know if it was north or southbound, but there was a long line, or it seemed it at the time, of 8 Tesla Superchargers, and there was no one charging there. But I thought it was really close to the main entrance of the shopping area, and between that and also I think it was a Days Inn, and I've tried to find this and I can't find it. So any of you Brits out there who regularly use the M5, M6 and go to this Tesla Supercharger, can you please tell me where it is, because I cannot find it. Sorry to the Americans, it's a bit localised, but it's just something that's driving me mad, and I've looked and looked to see if I can find it and I can't. So if you can help me out, that would be fantastic. You're all stars. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you can like and subscribe, and see you next time. Take care.